Hello guys, what is up? It's Spooky Noodles, and I am back with another reading vlog. I'm reading Shelter for the Damned by Mike Thorne, and I am on page 43, chapter 6. So I read 2 chapters since I last saw you guys, and there's not much to say. We got introduced to Mark's family, so his mom and his dad. Seems like he's an only child. They didn't mention any kids, so I'm gonna take a gander that he's an only child. It does sound like he's an only child, and he's living with parents that are okay, I guess. It starts off saying in one chapter that his dad was like semi-abusive, but then the next chapter he's all nice and stuff, so it's really confusing to really figure out if he's, a dick or not. And then his mother knows something's up with Mark, but doesn't say anything. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to avoid conflict, but she's really trying to get Mark to talk, and Mark's not having it. He doesn't want to talk because he doesn't want to allude to the fact he got into another fight today, in the book, that is. And, yeah. Overall, there are 2 throwaway chapters. You got to know more characters. You got to know the mom and dad a little bit more. There was a scene with the shack, which was really good, or shed, or house, or whatever this thing is. Cabin, I don't know what it is, but, yeah, it was interesting. It's cool to see how much he thinks about how much this shed is like, or shack, how much this shack is affecting him. And I hope more of that happens. I did recently watch a review for this book. I think Mr. Ross, on Ross's channel, Mr. Ross's channel, he said that there was like 10 chapters where they don't even talk about the shack, and if they do, they talk about it like fleetingly. So I'm a little, not mystified, but I'm a little worried. That's the word I'm looking for. Worried about, the upcoming chapters, because I want to know more about the shack. I want more of the shack. I want more crazy stuff to happen with the shack. So I want more shack. And, according to Mr. Ross, there's going to be like 10 chapters where you just don't have that. And, yeah, I'm a little worried, but right now I'm enjoying it. We had chapter 4 and 5 were throwaway chapters. They're very short. Not much to them. So I'm hoping chapter number 6 gets better. I am enjoying this book, but it is it's waning on me a little bit. It's like, I'm trying to think of something that, it's like, it's kind of reminds, it's like, I don't understand, when I say this, it doesn't make sense, because it's like 186 pages long, but it feels like a slow burn, it's slowly getting there, and it feels like a short story that was extended, I'm getting that feeling, but I am really enjoying this book, but the last 2 chapters were totally toss-aways. I could have done without them, but I'm sure they mean something to the story, there's a reason why he probably wrote those 2 chapters, to introduce you to Mark's life, and his parents, and his situation, but I just felt like they were boring, and, yeah, but I am getting into this book still. I can't wait for the next chapter. The first sentence in the next chapter is they start talking about the friends again, and that's where I'm really interested. I want to know more about the shack and Adam and Scott. Those are the 3 things I want to know more about: his friends and the shack. Or so that's 2 things, I guess. But yeah, if you count each individual friend, that's, yeah. But anyways, I'm really looking very forward to reading Shelter for the Damned more. I'm probably gonna get a little bit writing done, so yeah, I don't know, this is a 5-minute video, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to post this one or if I'm going to do a collage or a montage of like, reading vlogs. But I've read two chapters, and yeah, I'm really digging it, but at the same time, it's a little boring because the last two chapters were a little boring. But I'm really enjoying it, though. Regardless, I love coming of age, so it's hard to deter me from books that have coming of age horror elements to it. So I'm looking very forward to reading more of this book. But it did bore me a little bit, and that's why I set it down after 2 chapters. And I think I read maybe 20 pages. So it was not, the chapters were a little short. I'm not sure how many pages I read, but I think I started on chapter 3 actually. Did I start on chapter 3? Yeah, I started on chapter 3. So I actually read 3 chapters today. So it just didn't feel like 3 chapters for some reason. But yeah, I'm gonna continue reading this book. Probably in an hour or two, I'm gonna hop back into it. And if this book doesn't grab my attention again, I might have to DNF it. Not because it's bad or anything. I'm really enjoying it, but there's so many books to read, and there's one that was by Tim Meyer that recently was released, and that is a chunker of a book. And it's a coming-of-age story, I hear. And I'm in love with coming-of-age stories. We recently made a video about it. So, I have, and that's a review copy I was given. So, I should probably get to that book soon. So, if this book doesn't grab my attention again like it did with the first 2 chapters, I might have to put it down for a little bit. But like I said, the last 3 chapters I read are kind of throwaways. They were about his parents, and yeah, I like learning about the characters a little bit, but I wish there was just not that much story going on, no plot right now. So I want to know more about the Shack. I want to know more about his friends, and then I want a story to start. I want to know what this book, like, what the story is. I don't know what the plot is. So yeah, that is. Now we're at 7.5 minutes, so I think I will upload this one by itself. Yeah, I think I'll upload this one by itself. It's a really good book. His writing is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. It's not like some amateur writing like mine, You got a writer who really can write his ass off, and he's writing really well, and I really enjoy it. I'm wondering if Mike, I should say, if Mike actually had a lot of these feelings growing up as a kid, because it really does feel like something an adolescent kid would, like go through, like a really troubled teen. So, I'm really enjoying this book. Like I said, the last 3 chapters were a little boring, but I think it's going to pick up very soon. And I know Mr. Ross says that there's going to be like 10 chapters where we don't talk about the Shack. That's a little disappointing. I hope that doesn't hold up too much as fact. He says that they talk about the Shack in like fleeting moments. He doesn't say fleeting moments, but I'm saying it because I can't remember exactly what he said. Like I can't even say the word. Interim? Is that what I'm thinking of? The word? I don't know. I'm not really good with words. That's why I'm an author, y'all. I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah, Shelter for the Damned. I'm gonna stop talking now because I'm just rambling at this point. Very good book, but the last 3 chapters were just a tad bit boring and quick. They just didn't seem needed. A simple, my parents are like this, or not my parents, because this book isn't in first person, but like his parents were this type of family, and then spend a few chapters or a few pages. I guess that's what he did. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too critical. I'm always really critical with coming of age stories because I read so many. But I'm really enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. I know this just seems like I'm like, like I'm dogging on it, but I'm not trying to dog on it. It's just, these are my emotions of how I'm feeling during the book. The first 2 chapters rocked my world. The last 3 chapters just didn't do it for me. But we'll see. I'll read more later today. I'm on chapter 6, so we'll see how chapter 6 goes. And yeah. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you have a spooky night, and I'll catch you in the next video. We should have book mail soon. I know I said I wasn't going to be buying any more books, but there was a few coming of age stories that I got on my radar. So I recently bought The Rotters. Like you guys know, it was what's the word? It was just incorrect. It had 2 pages full of the letter F. So I returned that, and I'm getting my new copy today. So I'll probably do another mail video for it. I don't know, maybe not. But then I have 2 books coming on Friday, 1 coming tomorrow, and I think that's it. I think I have 3 or 4 books coming. So I'm really excited. Most of them are, like 3 of them, I think, are 3 of them, including Rotters by Daniel Cross, is they're all coming of age stories except for 1 book I ordered, and it was just super cheap, and I feel like I couldn't pass up on it. It had if you don't know, I have a tiny bit of Jewish heritage in my family. My Uncle Fred, my great Uncle Fred, was a Holocaust survivor, and yeah, that's Holocaust stuff kind of intrigues me a little bit. So I do learn about it from time to time, you know. So this book I picked up has to do with the Holocaust, I believe. So, you know, and it also has a really great artist did the cover for the book. So I'll show it off when I get it. But other than that, this has been a reading vlog for Shelter for the Damned by Mike Thorne. We will make more videos. I think the next one I'm going to be brief with what I'm saying, because the more I go into the book, the more I don't want to spoil it. I will give you my emotions and stuff like that, but I won't tell you too much detail about the book because I don't want to ruin it. But I will tell you my emotions and how I feel during it, you know, and yeah, it should be fun. But just know the videos will start. I'll start combining chapters. Like if I stop and if I read like a few chapters, Lula's gonna go downstairs and bark. If I read a few chapters and then do like a 5-minute video, I'm gonna save that video and then make another video, and then I'm gonna combine those into one video. So just know that you will see. You know, I'll take less time talking about the chapters and more time. You'll get more of my emotions throughout the book, but less of the spoilers. So for right now, first 5 chapters, I'm gonna give the book so far 4 stars. So far, of course, this is stupid to give a rating for a book you haven't finished yet, but I'm going to give the book 4 stars at the moment. I'm being a little generous because I like the first 2 chapters a lot. And the last 3 chapters just didn't really do it to me. If I was to just judge it on the last 3 chapters, I'd definitely give this one 3 stars. But right now, it's a 4-star read for me because I love those first 2 chapters. And yeah, even though it was hard to differentiate the characters at first, but as soon as you got to know them a little bit more, yeah, that second chapter was just gold for me. I like that second chapter. But yeah, yeah, I'm gonna give it 4 stars at the moment. It will teeter between 3 and 5 probably, and we'll probably end up around 3.5 to 4 stars probably. That's why if I were to make a guess or a guesstimate, I'll call it a guesstimation. If I were to do a guesstimation, I would say that it's definitely gonna end up at a 3.5 or a 4-star read for me. Just because I love coming of age so much, and yeah, I have hope for this book because that second chapter was pretty good. It was really good, and I have hope for this book. So yeah, it's been Nick. It's been Spooky Noodles, and I gotta go. I gotta start writing. I gotta start reading more. Maybe even do something else. I don't know. Maybe go for a bike ride. I have no idea. But anyways, I'm going to say peace out. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have a spooky night. And I'll catch you in the next video. Deuces.